Welcome to Story Planet, where we bring you relaxing and peaceful tales to help you unwind. Tonight's story is The Lullaby Pianist. So, settle in, get cozy, and let yourself drift into a quiet village where gentle melodies fill the evening air and lull every soul to peaceful sleep. Now, let's begin. In a small, tranquil village hidden between gentle hills and meadows, where life unfolded slowly and deliberately, the world seemed to breathe in harmony with the setting sun. Here, the people lived in a way that felt timeless. The villagers knew each other's names, shared each other's joys and worries, and found contentment in the simplicity of their days. Their lives were woven together with the same softness that colored the landscape. The golden fields, the winding paths, the distant murmurs of the forest beyond. At the heart of this village was a man named Eli. Eli was known for many things: his gentle nature, his warm smile, and most of all, his music. Though he was a man of few words, Eli had a way of connecting with others through the quiet grace of his melodies. Each evening at exactly 7 o'clock, he would sit by the large bay window in his small, ivy-covered cottage and begin to play his piano. For the villagers, this was more than a routine. It was a cherished ritual, a time when they all came together in silent harmony. The moment Eli's fingers touched the keys, a soft transformation would spread across the village. His music, as gentle as the first stars in the evening sky, would drift through the open window, carried on the cool evening air. The notes floated like whispers, wrapping around each house, filling each heart, drawing everyone into a shared sense of peace. As the melody reached the ears of the villagers, a quiet pause would settle over the town. Children, whose laughter had been filling the streets moments before, would stop in their tracks, turning their faces toward the sound. Mothers would look up from their tasks, their hands pausing, a tender smile spreading across their faces. Fathers returning from the fields would slow their steps, taking in the familiar strains of Eli's piano, feeling the day's weariness melt away. In each home, people would drift closer to their windows, as if they could feel the music in their very souls. It was not just a sound, it was a presence, a gentle spirit that moved through their lives, stitching together their days with soft threads of memory and comfort. They would close their eyes, letting the music carry them, each note a promise, a lullaby that whispered, "All is well, you are home." For the elderly, Eli's melodies carried them back to days long past. They would remember summer dances in the village square, winter feasts by the fire, and the faces of those who were no longer with them, but whose memories lingered, woven into the fabric of their hearts. The music stirred these memories, like leaves in an autumn breeze, bringing with it a bittersweet warmth, a reminder of love, of life, of all the moments that had made them who they were. The children, on the other hand, found a different kind of magic in Eli's music. They would snuggle close to their parents, their eyes growing heavy as the music wrapped around them like a cozy blanket. In their dreams, they would see fields of wildflowers, glowing fireflies, and the soft glow of a friendly moon. To them, Eli's music was the sound of safety, of warmth, of a world that was as gentle and kind as they believed it to be. The people of the village lived in harmony with the natural world, their lives intertwined with the seasons, with the land, with each other. They were farmers, bakers, artisans, and shepherds, each one contributing to the quiet rhythm of the village. They took pleasure in simple things: a freshly baked loaf of bread, the smell of lavender in the summer, the sight of a fox darting across a moonlit field. Their values were rooted in gratitude, in kindness, in the beauty of a life that asked for little and gave so much in return. For them, Eli's music was an extension of this simple beauty. It was as much a part of the village as the rustling of the trees, the distant calls of nightbirds, the steady flow of the brook. His melodies carried a wisdom, a quiet understanding of life's gentle ebb and flow, its joys and sorrows, its moments of stillness. And in this, Eli's music became a mirror of the village itself, timeless, unhurried, a reminder of all that was truly important. Eli's music changed with the seasons, each melody reflecting the colors and moods of the world around him. In spring, his notes were light and hopeful, a sound that felt like fresh green shoots pushing their way through the earth, like the first flowers blooming in hidden corners. His fingers would dance over the keys, weaving a melody that was as soft as the morning mist, as bright as the new leaves unfurling in the sun. In summer, his music was warm and full, a sound that mirrored the long golden days and the lazy afternoons spent in the shade of the trees. His tunes would drift lazily over the village, like the scent of wildflowers carried on the breeze, filling the air with a sense of ease, of contentment. The villagers would listen, their hearts lifted by the gentle warmth of the music, feeling a connection to the earth, to each other, to the quiet joys that summer brought. When autumn arrived, Eli's melodies grew deeper, more reflective, like the colors of the leaves as they turned from green to gold to crimson. His music held the quiet wisdom of the season, the beauty of letting go, of accepting change. The notes would fall like leaves, each one a gentle reminder of life's impermanence, its fleeting moments, its quiet grace. And in winter, when the village lay blanketed in snow, Eli's music softened, becoming slow and reverent, like the hush that fell over the hills. His melodies were delicate, like snowflakes, a lullaby for the earth as it rested beneath the stars. The villagers would listen, wrapped in their blankets, feeling a deep peace settle over them, a warmth that melted the chill of winter and filled their hearts with quiet joy. As Eli played each night, the village would gradually fall into a peaceful slumber. The children would be the first to drift off, their dreams filled with images of starry skies, moonlit meadows, and the sound of Eli's piano echoing softly in the background. Their parents would follow, their breaths slowing to the rhythm of the music, their worries dissolving into the night. Even the animals seemed to respond to Eli's music. The cows in the pastures would settle into the soft grass. The birds in the trees would tuck their heads under their wings, and the village dogs would curl up by their master's feet, their eyes closing as the last notes faded into the night. It was as if the entire village, every living soul, was lulled into a gentle, Restful Peace by Eli's Lullaby. In his small cottage, Eli would watch the village fall asleep, a soft smile on his face. His heart was filled with gratitude, a quiet joy that came from knowing that his music had brought peace to those he loved. As he played the final notes, he would gaze out into the night, feeling the presence of the stars, of the hills, of the world that surrounded him. It was a feeling that went beyond words, a sense of connection, of belonging, of being a part of something timeless and beautiful. For Eli, playing the piano each night was more than a ritual. It was a gift, a way of giving back to the village that had been his home, his family, his life. Each note was a piece of his heart, a memory, a wish for peace. And as the villagers drifted into sleep, they carried his music with them, a sound that would linger in their dreams, a melody that would stay with them long after they awoke. And so, every night, the village slept in harmony, lulled by the music of the Lullaby Pianist, a man whose melodies were a love song to the world around him, a sound as gentle as a whisper, as enduring as the stars. Thank you for joining us on Story Planet. If you felt like you were right there in the quiet village, lulled by the gentle melodies, consider giving a thumbs up. And if the story brought you peace and calm, feel free to share it with friends and family. Don't forget to subscribe for daily stories from Story Planet, offering serene escapes every day. Wishing you a peaceful night and a relaxed sleep. Sweet dreams.